We're back, guys. It's Wednesday.
Wood
5
Wednesday.
o'clock. Yeah. We're in the shop. We're making sawdust. We're doing things. Everything's happening. Uh, yeah, we're here. Today, I want to talk about wood. Straight up wood. This is a piece of. This is from the Surcamp. This is from the Surcamp tree from Unique Woods of the Northwest. And you can see there's some spalting in it. This tree was harvested, I believe. It was harvested, it was about 180 years old. The tree had, basically the top of the tree had fallen down. It had been hit, it was dying. It almost could have been harvested maybe 20 or 30 years ago and it would have been fine, but it had been dying for that long at least. So it was lucky that Rod from Unique Woods at the Northwest found it and harvested it, or it would have been lost. So that's what we're talking about today. Again, so glad that you guys could join us today. We're in the shop, we're doing stuff, we're talking about wood. As I said, this is flame maple. It's spalted flame maple from a surgery. And you can see all this cool spalting and everything like that. There's nothing wrong with it in terms of the spalt. When you get spalt that's red like this, it's just the very beginning of the spalting process, basically. Adds a nice color to it. It's stable. It's not soft. It's not punky or anything like that. So this is a killer piece.
While it can be punky, this
Yes,
piece, however, is
It
not.
can be punky, but this piece is not. While it's red like this, it's not. You get little spots like this. You can see this little guy right here, this crazy grain line right here. That might be a little punky. It might be, but luckily for us, none of that's going to be in the guitar. So, hey, it's going to be cool.
And so, why is Unique Woods of the Northwest our favorite? Why do we keep talking about sustainability and ethical harvesting?
Well, there's two definitions that you're talking about right there. There's sustainability, and sustainability is talking about replanting more than what you take. So if I take 2 trees, I want to plant 5 trees, okay? That's the whole thing about sustainability. And those trees for maple, it takes probably anywhere from 10 to 15 years for them to develop figure. And that's an important thing to understand. This is the long game, guys. You're not going to want to, plant this stuff and then just say, oh, it's going to be real fast, because it's not. This came from a tree that's 150 years old, 180 years old, and you've got this beautiful flame and everything like that. That's what people are talking about, and those trees are going away. So let's talk about ethically harvesting. Ethically harvesting is where you
You're
cut
not.
down the trees that are dying, that are past their prime, and are basically in free fall. Like I said, this tree, the top of it had fallen off. Sometime it got struck by lightning, it might have, or weather had hit it down, and it was basically dying. That's ethically harvesting versus sustainability. But those two things go hand in hand. Anyway, I don't know what he was saying.
The other part of that is
The other part of that is
not taking a tree that has wildlife in it.
right, and you can see from Unique Woods of the Northwest. You go on their website, you go on their Instagram, and you can see that they won't harvest things that are still alive. And by still alive, I mean still in use.
It's still developing.
This tree actually, when he was first going to harvest it, he had a harvester. This guy was an amazing chainsaw guy, and he was a forester. He was very knowledgeable about the forest and everything like that, and cutting down trees. And so he got up there, and he found that there was a family of owls
Wait.
living
Wait,
in
wait.
the tree.
Wait. Rod paid hundreds of
Yes.
dollars
Yes.
for this lumberman to climb the tree
Yes.
to check it for wildlife before taking it.
Well, he actually didn't check it for wildlife before. He went up there to check it and see whatever was going on up there, and he discovered the owls in the tree. He wasn't looking for wildlife, but he found it. So it's really important distinction. And so he came back down, and he told Rod there were a family of tree owls living in there. I don't know if they were screech owls or whatever, but Rod heard this and he was like, you know what? We don't need to harvest this tree right now. It doesn't matter that much. We'll wait till the screech owls or the owls move on. There was a family of like 4 owls in there.
Just big old eyeballs looking at them.
Big old eyeballs just looking at this thing. And it was just like, we don't need to do that. And so the guy that was going to cut down the tree, he stopped for a second and he was like, this is really special.
Nobody else would have done that.
Nobody else would have done it. Everybody else would have cut that tree down and just gone.
We need that wood. We need that money now.
But that was really special. And since Rod did that, this guy did not charge him for that day. Didn't charge him. I don't know how long it was after that. Probably
it was
6
like
months, 8 months.
Yeah.
Something like that. The owl family had moved on. The little owl babies had matured and they'd moved on. Everything was good to go. And so they came back out and they cut it down, and that's that. So you can see we've got this awesome ethically harvested wood right in front of us. That's going to be a kick-ass fretboard and probably a neck plank right in front of us. So on to the next thing.
Woo! This is my favorite.
We got the star.
This baby is awesome. What kind of wood are we working with? Front, back,
So,
fretboard?
We got quilted maple for the top, ebony for the fingerboard. We have sapele, nice figured sapele, as well as this awesome, really figured bird's eye maple board neck. And so I want to draw your attention to this just a little bit so you can see it, just so you know what's happening with this neck. I cut into this neck. There was nothing to say that anything was going on with this neck. But as I carved it, the top was good, the back was good, but as I carved it, you could tell that there was some stress fractures. These are stress fractures in the wood right here. And so what are you going to do with this? They're fractures in the wood. They're, fissures that are happening in the wood. So what I did to fix that problem is this whole neck is going to get stained black. So I filled these stress fractures with black epoxy. All right? You can see they're there. It's just kind of, sometimes it happens, guys. I don't know what else to do.
It's the name of the game.
It's the name of it. It's the nature of the game. It's wood. So, unfortunately, it did happen. Everything's going to be great with this neck. It's not a problem. It happens sometimes.
It's just going to affect how you color the guitar.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the playability.
Yeah, not necessarily the playability. It just affects the color of the guitar. So, naturally, I can't have this blonde. I've got to color it. That's Luthery 101 right there. That's why you want to tune into these episodes and see what you're getting into with all this figured wood that you select. It can happen to quilted maple, it can happen to flame maple, it can happen to sapele, it can happen to bird's eye maple, it can happen to hard maple. Any maple that you're using or any wood can have this happen. So
I think it's going to look pretty cool, and especially like once you start carving into this heel today, it's going to kind of reveal a few other question marks that we've kind of had.
Yeah.
How far down does it go? But
and you can see this is a really highly figured piece of bird's eye maple. It's everywhere. The bird's eyes are everywhere. And of course, we've got a nice volute and a reverse headstock for this 6-string guitar.
Well, let's do our part. Let's make some sawdust. And Nate, turn off that light. Turn the light off.
It always happens.
Well, guys, if y'all had any questions as far as like the color of the guitar, you got one hint. There's going to be black on the back.
It's going to be black on the black, guys.
There's going to be what?
It's going to be black on the black.
Black on the black?
Black on the back.
All right, so we are doing some hill carving, which is something that comes standard in all of your guitars now. Why do you do this? Why are you hogging out all that extra wood?
The reason why I hog this out is because it's all about playability. get the guitar out of the way so I can play it. And I actually got that idea from Rusty Cooley. Super awesome guitar player, super awesome guy, and like his approach to guitar playing is really unique. So when I was building his guitar, that was his ethos. Get the guitar out of the way so I can play it. And that's what we're doing here. As you can see, I'm cutting into this heel quite a bit. It might not look very much, but I am. Like, all this area is
Let me show
going
it from
away.
directly behind first.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can already see you've hogged out that little bit.
Yeah.
And so all of that is going to do is give you some supreme access
Yeah.
to the front right here.
It's all about access to the guitar. Get it out of the way so I can play it. I don't want any of this in the way. All this is going away.
You don't want the palm of your hand hitting.
I don't want the back of my hand hitting, really. It's all about access to the guitar.
So show me
in
where
here.
you.
Like,
So really,
this is getting away.
so
this
really,
is
like up to
going away.
here.
Yeah. It's all going away.
Man, this guitar is going to be sick. This is the first star, which we haven't officially named. We've been leaning more towards the Nebula.
Nebula. There's a couple of good names in the chat last time, I think.
Yeah. Comment below what you think we should name it. I was also thinking, since 3i Atlas is going on right now, an ST3 AR.
I don't know about that.
Just call it the star, but with the 3 in there.
Also, comment what you guys think the pickups should be. I know I have a good idea of what I'm going to be doing, but some guys said
Acid
some
bath.
EMGs, acid bath, prong lead acid baths. There's been some Righteous Sound guys. I've got a set of Righteous Sound custom blade pickups that I might use. I don't know yet. I have to.
Well, we're definitely getting close because you've got some holes cut out here.
Yep. Just about all the main work is done. There's some bridge work that needs to be done, holes that way. And then, you know, just regular stuff that needs to get done.
See, Hazer's with you. He's calling it the Nebulous.
With an S on the end?
Yeah. So guys, those who are joining, you are doing some heel carving,
Yeah.
which you do your necks a little bit different than what most people do.
I epoxy all my necks in.
So no bolt end.
Yeah, no bolts, no tight bond or anything like that. Everything is water free for the most part. And that's kind of the way I like it. This is kind of a different neck joint as well because it's kind of like a triangle in here and I'm really digging out everything else. So we're gonna see where this actually leads. I kind of let the wood tell me what it needs to do.
Well, and especially this being the first star that you've built, a lot of it is kind of R&D. It's all figuring it out. This is proof of concept.
This really is a proof of concept guitar. Like, it's not, nothing is set in stone. I think the next one I'll probably do is probably a 7-string with Floyd on it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do it like that. Whether it'll be an original or 1000 series, I don't necessarily know.
But this guitar will be a 6-string.
This guitar is a 6-string with a reverse headstock, and it's just going to have a hardtail bridge on it.
And a volume that goes to 11.
Yeah.
But why 11? Because
has anybody seen the Spinal Tap video
because
out there?
it's one more than 10.
Right.
Why not make 10 just be the loudest and I have 11?
This one goes to 11.
That video is funny.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, but this one goes to 11.
Doing pretty good. You can see, come back here and take a look at everything that I've hogged out.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot. I think I'm going to keep going and have this kind of go off to where the neck kind of terminates there.
Kind of round it.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, it's all going to be rounded.
And what are we working with? What kind of tool?
So this is a dragon rasp. You can get it from StuMag. Everywhere, yeah. This is dragon right there. But yeah, we're working with that. We're going to be working with this guy. This is just a straight up curved rasp. I don't know. It's
It's a cat tongue.
yeah, something like that. And then I've got some homemade tools, everything like that. But the biggest thing is to just keep everything fair. We want to push it. We want to push this area all the way over here. Like all this has got to kind of come over here. So we've got a lot of work to do in terms of ripping it up. Tighten it up just a little bit.
Very cool.
Yeah, and you can see, I mean, it's coming together pretty well. I mean, it's all starting to flow very well. So what I need to do is just focus on this area, bring this area over, and try not to hit the neck area, because I've hit this enough. It's kind of flowing there, so I don't want to do much more with it. But I want to make sure that I hit the sapele and just kind of bring it over.
Change the angle a little bit
Yeah.
on how you're attacking.
Yeah, because you can see this line right here. It needs to come down to about right there, right where that epoxy line is, and we can just kind of round that over and get that heel out of the way. So instead of going like this, I'm going like this. Just kind of bringing everything in. And after that, I'll start carving this out, because all that's got to go in too.
So how long does your typical heel carve take?
Man, I think the first one that I ever did took me like 4 hours
Whew.
to get it to where I thought it was okay. And even then, I look back at it and I'm just like, I didn't take it far enough.
And now?
Now it takes me, when I get it to where I need it to be, typically, I don't know, I've been doing about 15 minutes of this, and so it takes me, I don't know, an hour to get it where it needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can come in and reshape a lot of this stuff and sand it and get it to where
Get the finish right.
Yeah, to where it's like 150, and then I can adjust it up from there in terms of 220 and all different grits and everything like that. Because I'm looking at, I always say this, but I'm looking at like 3 or 4 different lines here. I'm looking at the line coming off of the neck right here and going up to this point. I'm looking at this line right here. That always changes. And then I'm looking at this neck joint line right here. That's the big one. That's you want this one to be really nice, and you want this one to be really nice. You always want this one to be really nice. So,
especially since you're doing this all handheld.
yeah, you've gotta really look at all those lines and make sure those lines are nice and right where they need to be. Because if you can't get your lines right, they're just gonna be a mess all the way going along. So the best thing to do is just get it right. Spend the time to get it right, and then your finish will be perfect. Because this line's right, that line's right, and that line's right. It's not hard. But you gotta take the time to do it.
You know, one other thing that might be kind of fun to call this, because you have a big love for Alien.
Yeah, I love that movie.
And we actually named the Whalen
Yep.
after Whalen Yutani. And then we have the Hunter, as in Alien vs. Predator, the Hunter. I wonder if there's another Alien reference or something we can give this guy.
Ooh, could be the Yutani.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. That's just a working title. Don't take that
That way you had the Whalen and the Yutani.
Yeah. So I kind of like that. That's actually pretty good.
Xeno. Xeno. That actually is pretty good. I like that.
Yeah, that might be it. Yeah. It's always the face hugger. But I don't know. I don't know. Nobody tends to listen to me when it comes to this stuff. But gonna go on to some of this adjustment.
The Engineer, I don't know. It needs something lighter
Ooh,
than that.
The Engineer. Who said
It-
that?
Hazer.
Hazer?
I feel like it needs something lighter than that, though.
I don't know. That Engineer was pretty good.
I like Xeno more. You know how I know you don't have any fucking change in your pocket there?
I'm moving, dude. I'm moving. So here's the the fourth line that I'm kind of looking at. I'm looking at the bevel up here. I'm looking at this bevel right here, and that's a nice straight line because I made that line with a machine. But I'm just making sure that I can get to that line, and that line's gonna kind of come diagonal this way.
Hey, Ripley.
My cat's name is Ripley.
I know your cat's name is Ripley, but so what?
It's possible. I don't know. I think I like the Engineer better.
What was the Newt?
Who said that?
I did.
For Christ's sake.
That was the war's name. How did they come up with that?
This is Rebecca. Her
What?
name was Rebecca.
How did it get shortened to Newt?
I think her brother called her Newt. No, her brother called her Rebecca. Everybody else calls her Newt.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think they ever get into it. How that actually became a thing.
One of the worst names in cinema history.
Well, let's not pass judgment. Come on now.
Oh no, that's pretty bad.
So you can see I'm working a lot of areas at the same time because it's really necessary to do that sometimes. There's a lot of meat right here that I gotta take out, dude. One thing that you always gotta do every once in a while, because I don't have a chair in here. Sometimes what you just want to do is just pick it up, sit with it, see how it balances. See, when you play these areas, I can feel it, kind of hear it. Like I'm doing good right here. That's fine, but I can still kind of feel a lot of meat right in this area
Around the meat of your.
Yeah. And if I'm here doing this stuff like this,
You don't want to be annoyed.
yeah, this is in the way. So a lot of this is still got to come out. A lot of it's still got to come out. But you got to stop every once in a while.
Put it in your hands and check it out.
Yep.
Give me my chair back.
Easy.
Hey, Mr. Todd's in the house.
But yeah,
We're doing your favorite subject here.
this has got to come deep.
Oh, we like it deep. So give us a rundown. What are we doing here, Nate?
All right.
People just
So-
joining.
For the people just joining, we are carving the heel of this neck. We got a bird's eye maple neck, Scipulae body, ebony fretboard, quilt maple top, and we're talking about lines. We're talking about what's going on with this neck. We're talking about getting the guitar out of the way so I can play it.
Unexpected, but not necessarily damaging things that you might find in a guitar or in the wood as you
So-
cut into it.
Yeah, as I cut into this, I made this neck blank. It was about an inch thick when it started out. And there were no tall tale signs of any sort of problems with it.
Cracks, fissures,
Cracks,
nothing.
fissures, anything like that. So it's an inch thick. I route it. I make the neck pocket. It's in there. Everything's going good. The fretboard's on. Everything's working. I start carving the actual neck, and I get down to this level where the actual neck is going to be. And guys, these are stress fractures. It's very common to have that in a really figured piece of wood. And this is a really figured piece of bird's eye maple. So, what do you do with that? Do you throw this really awesome piece of figure maple away? No. Don't do that. I filled this with epoxy. It's totally stable. It happens all the time. It's unfortunate, yeah. Did I want this to happen? No.
I think it's gonna look really cool.
It's gonna look really cool. What this does is it affects the color of the guitar.
So what you were potentially thinking for
What
that,
I was potentially gonna be doing is not what I'm gonna be doing anymore. That's just how it goes.
so now
unfortunately.
now the back will be trans black.
Yeah.
So you'll still somewhat see it. So that way you can still
Yeah.
see all of this amazing bird's eye.
It's just the way things go sometimes, especially with maple. You never know. And especially with this figure piece of wood. Figure wood has a very high tendency to have defects in it, and this is a defect. Is it unfortunate? Yes. Is it killing me? No.
It's still going to be a straight...
It's going to be amazing. It's never going to move.
It's going to be a straight metal slayer that goes to 11.
That's right.
Here, carve a little on this side so we can kind of... We'll see if we can see any more. We'll see how it comes out. We won't keep people in suspense until next week.
Until next week.
They will have to wait to see the finished result, but...
What I'm doing is really trying to be cognizant of this area, because this area is good. I don't want to touch this area. So I'm trying to
guide your blade.
Yeah. I'm guiding my rasp into this area. And since this is the first time I've done this guitar, I'm just kind of, I'm feeling out how to actually carve the heel. I don't necessarily want to commit to one thing or another, because I let the wood just tell me what I'm doing.
Especially as you start whittling it away, you start to see the character of it a little more.
Yep. You never really know what's going to happen. So I just let the wood tell me what to do.
Especially since this is a first star.
Yeah. And like I was saying, I think the next star is probably going to be a 7-string with a Floyd on it. Probably not EMGs. I'm sorry, dude. I'm not big on EMGs, to tell you the truth. They are great pickups. They sound awesome for what they are, but I like passive stuff. But
if you purchase the guitar,
there's always a custom guitar option. So if you purchase it, I will build it for you. Oh, you want multi-scale?
I got
Sure.
you.
No problem. Multi-scale's easy.
You want a Floyd in there?
Yeah. Oh, you want a Kaler in there? Yeah, sure. No problem. No problem. But this being the first one, and it's a stock guitar.
Proof of concept.
Proof of concept, that's what we're doing. I love EMGs. I played EMGs for years. I had an old Schechter Hellraiser. Killer guitar. Killer. One of the first gens. I still got it. It's somewhere. I think it's actually in my woodroom right now. In pieces. Yeah.
So this side, you're definitely taking it a lot easier. You're definitely slowing down how you're working it.
Yeah, because I don't want to hit this side. And I kind of want to see what's going on here.
Couple factors here.
Cool, but I'm really just kind of taking it easy. And you can see I'm biting into the spile here. There's probably going to be some cool stuff that's going to go on. I am going to bite it on this side, but I don't want to bite it from here over. And if I do, I'll make it into the heel bite. So, I gotta stand on my tippy toes for this.
If any of y'all wonder where Nate gets those fabulous forearms,
This is it.
this is part of the exercise aside from fretting every day.
Yeah. You know, it would be cool if I could continue this line all the way into it. You see how this line is developing?
Screw it. Let me get it.
See how this line is developing?
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. I don't know how that's actually going to work into it, but it could be cool. It all just depends. There's a lot going on. And like I said, this is the first star I've done, so I don't want to commit.
There's a lot of testing in this.
There's a lot of testing in this.
Man, this thing just looks like an absolute weapon. All the little curves and shapes and angles, and it's all hand done.
This is an interesting.
So we've got a question here.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if I missed it, but why does the color change? Why does the color have to change?
Why does the color have? Well, initially we were going to do kind of a full body burst on this guitar. All right, we had this maple neck, this awesome bird's eye maple neck.
Yep, careful what you say about the color. Go ahead.
But we were going to do a full burst on this thing, and it was going to be awesome. We had this really awesome idea about the color and about how we were going to do everything. But this was, we got some stress fractures in here. You can see it. And I have epoxy to everything, so it's totally stable. Everything's good. But that's the wood for you guys. That is the wood. And you just gotta realize that.
So you don't necessarily,
I don't have to.
you don't have to, but just from a cosmetic standpoint,
Yeah.
at least now that's going to dictate kind of the color of the back.
Right.
The front will definitely be a different color, but and there might even be a customer that loves that and says, I just rock it, man. Let's put a little Grogu with some lightning bolt.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
That just gives this particular piece that much more character.
So you can see that we're coming to kind of an end to this. We've still got some stuff going on here. We're running out of time right now, but I want to do just a little bit more. I want to take this out because you can see this was a router mark that I want to get out. I want to just take that down.
Go ahead, you got time. Everybody's hanging in. So whereas a few other shops might charge you more to do this, this is just standard now across the board,
Yeah, this is
and
standard.
all builds.
All builds are like this. All builds are like this. There's no upcharge for this. This is standard on every single build.
But that's also a part of why the cost of your guitars has also kind of increased over the past years.
Right.
Your skill level's gone up.
Skill level's gone up. The materials are more expensive.
Using a lot more exclusive materials.
Yeah, and like I say again and again and again, there's no CNCs here, guys. I do 10 to 15 guitars a year. When I have an order, that order goes to the front of the line because that customer's paid and he wants his guitar. My wait times are much lower because I do 10 builds a guitar, 10 builds a year,
You might be working on two guitars, but whoever paid first,
Yeah.
you're going to go until you get to kind of a stopping point or a point where you can work on the other person's.
Right.
So you're always working.
I'm always working in tandem with what's going on in the shop. And right now, the shop build is this guy. I want to make this line really good. I kind of like this line.
Yeah, it is coming out real cool.
See? Yeah. Just fading it right in so you can see everything that's kind of going on. Man, that looks awesome.
Yeah.
I actually really like that. That looks pretty. There's still a lot of work to do on this, but right now, guys, we're running out of time, and I want to sign off and say thank you so much for joining us. I'll end with kind of a question and then a comment. Can you tell me where your woods came from, your tone woods came from on your guitar? And can you tell me that they were ethically sourced? Can you tell me that they were sustainably sourced? Those are the things that I look for when I buy tone wood for my shop. So, until next time, take care of yourself and take care of everybody around you. Peace.
Sweet.